It's time for us to become a starter. All
And
right,
now let's
you
take a second to
pecking.
talk about the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. Clark, looking at the Clippers, what do they need to do to secure a win?
Well, Kev, you know what? Paul Millsap is a guy they got to lock into. If you don't keep him off the boards, he can take over a
You
game
don't
with his
lock in.
offensive rebounding, giving his team extra possession. So boxing him out is your priority.
Now, Clark, let's talk about Houston. What about them? What's the key for them?
It all starts in the middle with Yao Ming, a big guy who demands a double team and has a feathery touch.
He's so consistent every game.
Really steady, outstanding shooter both from the field and the foul line.
It ought to be a compelling game to watch. Thanks, Clark. And so here are the Clippers after the Rockets pick up 3. Shorty is in at the point. Yeah, backs in to the wing. To Brooks. Yeah. Millsap with it. Baseline. Shoots from the post. Yao, that's good.
Yao Ming didn't get to be 7'6" by himself. The DNA, pretty strong. Dad is 6'10". Mom is 6'2". The biggest star in China, and not a bad star in the NBA either. Yao Ming, the tallest player in the NBA, and one of the sweetest shooters in the NBA too.
And here are the Rockets after the miss from Josh Hart. Here's Brooks. Finished off the break.
Now that's a nice dime. What a dime. He's distant inside, and it was right on target.
Barrett on the perimeter. Here's Shorty. Can't put an end to the run.
I think the defense was crowding him a little bit, threw him off some, so he had to fade just to get room to shoot, and then couldn't adjust.
Here's Brooks. Right now averaging 17 points a game. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 7. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
You know, so many times it's not what your team accomplishes, but what the other guys lack. They took advantage of a poor offensive out, playing well enough themselves to come out on top.
The Rockets on a bit of a roll here. The dump off to Taylor. Brooks. Kept alive. Here's Taylor. Connects from 14 feet out.
They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want in this quarter. Just good, solid basketball.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
This is the life of player 2K.
And so
They
here are
let
the
you
Clippers.
beat on a team one time,
9-point
they come
game.
back, they say y'all can't do that.
To Gordon. Davis. Here's Gordon. And inside. Graceful finish.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Houston in the lead. To Taylor. Millsap with it. Working on Howard. Throws it up. The Clippers trail. Barron inside to number 8. Dumps it off. Turnover by the Clippers. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Clippers. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And of course the Rockets. They're way down there.
You know, this team is one that has tremendous talent. I mean, you look at the roster, and you expect them to be pretty good. They just have been a little disjointed here early in the season, but they're very capable of getting it going and having a strong year.
And Davis gets it to go.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
Brooks nails the easy jumper.
That's a good decision there, Kevin. He got the shot off early, but he was open and he knocked it down.
Here's Davis. Scooped up. Shorty, Brooks covering.
I see you.
From 11 feet away. Millsap grabs the miss. The Rockets with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. In close, nice shot by Brooks.
They've been dominant at both ends of the floor, so the early lead is no surprise.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
I think they did what they expected to in terms of their ability to control the flow of the game. You know, when you do that, you have success.
And the Clippers have possession. They trail by 11. Came in a string. Shorty commits the charge, and that's his first foul. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. You take a look at Yao, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
When you talk about rebounders, this guy is relentless, and that's why he's one of the very best we have in the league. He goes after all rebounds. He never gives up on a missed shot. Whether it's near him or not, this guy is using his body, his quickness, his strength, and everything he has to beat.
And here comes Aaron Brooks. No good.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
The Rockets got out to a good start.
They've had terrific ball movement. They're keeping their heads up and passing up good shots to get great shots.
We're at the end. Welcome back. Second quarter action coming your way. The first quarter was a story of domination. Let's see if it will hold up here. And the Clippers have possession. It's a 13-point game. Here's what's going on tomorrow night. It's going to be Chris Paul and the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. That one's scheduled for a tip-off at 7:30 Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
Now Maine pulls it in. And here are the Rockets. It's a 13-point game. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. It's off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Here's Brooks. It's a 13-point game. To Millsap. Cannot hit. Now the Clippers take it the other way. Here's Shorty. Tries to drop it in, but it won't go.
That was his to make, but he let the defense bother him. Can't do that on those lay-ins. You got to concentrate and finish.
Brooks. Off target for 3.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Shorty is called for charging. That's foul number 2 for him. Sometimes if you've been on the wrong end in your mind of a foul, it's hard to shake that mentally for a player. It might take a couple trips back up and down the floor.
Well, the good ones are able to go into next play mode. The very good players realize there are a lot of plays in the course of an NBA game, and you have to let the bad one go and get ready for the next one. The same with the good play. You got to let it go and get ready for the next play.
And as we get a break, let's take a look at some of the scores from last night's game. It was the 76ers taking the win in Philadelphia. Loss for the Nuggets. The Warriors.
The steal led to an easy bucket in transition. That's a nice sequence.
And here comes Aaron Brooks. He's got 8. Here's Battier. Cans it from in close.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And be sure to tune in next Sunday It'll be coming to you from the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver with the Denver Nuggets as they take on the Sacramento Kings. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
Rockets on D, 13-point lead. Here's Griffin.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty good look.
Patty. Eric Gordon grabs the board. Here comes Davis, averaging 9 points per contest. Griffin from short range, gently drops it in. Nice bucket by the 2-year man out of Oklahoma.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
And here's Battier. Picked by Yao. A 3, and shot by Brooks.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
The alley-oop. So it's Houston now. 2:30 left in the second. Millsap, high post. Here's Yao. Kept to line. The Rockets will retain possession. Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. And look at Griffin, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, he's really a smart player. He doesn't take a lot of low percentage shots. As a matter of fact, he usually takes good shots. He's got that kind of discipline, and that's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Here's Brooks, 11 points in the game.
Knock it down, baby.
Picked by Yao. Here's Taylor, knocked down and trifecta. 8 points for him.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
So it's Houston now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Brooks was camped in the lane when he gets the 3-second call. And it's going to be a good weekend starting Saturday. It's going to be Chris Paul and the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be playing host to the visiting Orlando Magic. That one gets underway at 7:30 Eastern.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep. Rockets on D. Shorty gets in close. Battier snatches it inside.
And they're getting it done on the glass today, Kevin.
Nice advantage here on the inside. Here's Brooks. Here's Taylor. Misses the trade. The Clippers really having a tough go here. Down by 15. 1:02 left in the half. Here's Millsap. Kisses it off the glass and in. He has 6. And with the rebounding cart comes the score.
Yeah, they're up right now, and if they can keep pulling down those extra boards, they get chances, so they shouldn't have any trouble keeping the lead.
Kept to line. Shorty hook it off the offensive rebound.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
And here's Battier, defended by Gordon. To Taylor. Let's go with a 3. Can't get it to go. Now the Clippers take it the other way. Throws it up. Trying to convert on the alley-oop, but snatched away. Here's Brooks. It's the kind roll off the front of the rim.
This is clearly the time when you want to take the last shot.
Here's Shorty. Scooped up. Griffin. Got it up. What a big-time shot to beat the buzzer.
You got to be cool and confident to hit a shot like that. He is, and he delivered.
The Rockets
have been red hot offensively.
Yeah, but we've still got... Now it's time for T-Mobile. Hello and welcome back. We're glad you're with us. The NBA so many times comes down to a game of runs, and we'll see if a run here will turn this thing around as we get underway. And here is Davis. And the Clippers have possession. Shorty flushes it with the one-handed jam.
Oh, man, now that's nasty.
So it's Houston now. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Kevin, I really don't think they have anything to be ashamed of. I mean, they played hard, really hard, but they just couldn't compete on enough levels to take control.
Off the mark from three. And it's the Clippers' ball. 15-point game. Here's Howard. Misses the layup.
That was a high degree of difficulty on that shot. Whenever the defense can make you change your shot at the last moment, it's never easy.
Here's Brooks. 13 points in the game. Into Millsap. Plays it in. Sweet time to lead him to the rack. 10 points for him.
Oh, easy lay in there. The D cannot allow that to happen.
Here's Davis. Hits the tray. Nice shot by the 12th-year veteran out of UCLA. And here comes Aaron Brooks. Timeout call for Rockets. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. You look at the Clippers. They have the highest percentage in the league. Well coached.
This is one of the top free throw shooting teams in the league because they work at it. Believe me, they spend a lot of time working on their free throw shooting. And it shows up in games. That's why they're one of the league's best.
Millsap denial. Good D by Shorty. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 14. Down low. Wallace inside. He's against Landry. And Davis can't get it to go.
You can't fault that shot since he was wide open. But he may have rushed it just a little bit.
Rips it down with both hands. He's got 12.
And that's a statement dunk right there, Kevin. Clear the runway for your own protection.
Here's Shorty. Drains the open look.
Way to distribute the basketball.
And here's Houston. They lead by 14. Blair to the low block. Tipped.
Well, they still have the lead, but they really need to collect themselves and start taking care of the ball.
And here is Battier. 2:16 left in the third quarter. And it does look like turnovers will be a theme here.
Without question, Kevin. Let's see if they can squeeze the orange and hold it together. They've got to do a much better job of taking care of the ball.
The Rockets going with the new move. Good for the three-point play. And so here are the Clippers. 15-point game. To Kaman. Working on Anderson. From close range, gets wide iron and drops with the friendly bounce. And here comes Aaron Brooks. He's got 13. Takes a three. Nice shot by Brooks.
Can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Here's Howard. Shot no good. And the Rockets going the other way now. Blair rips it down with one hand. He has 5.
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to. To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their call.
And so here are the Clippers following the score by Houston. Shorty, Brooks covering. Here's Howard. Played in softly off the glass. You're right, Clark. When you're down, you can't just give away opportunities like that.
Well, the margin of error is much smaller when you're trailing and trying to come back, so everything is much more important. But turnovers always are self-destructive.
Here's Brooks. 16 points for him. To the right wing. To Brooks for 3. It's rebounded by Canby. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 18. Kept alive. Here's Shorty with the second effort. Finishes with the soft touch. He's got 10.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out. Kevin, you know, they're still doing a pretty good job of limiting their giveaways right now.
Finish off the break. So it's Houston now. Number 15 misses the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 49-35. Aaron Brooks has...
We let the little man get us, y'all. No little nigga supposed to outshine.
Here's Brooks. Barron gets called for the reach, and that's foul number 2 for him. And here is Yao, averaging 20 points per game. Here's Taylor. Can't hit the three-pointer.
The D dared him to put it up, and he couldn't make him pay.
Shorty dumps it off. Shorty backs him down. Here's Howard. Off from three-point land.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
And here are the Rockets. They led the game at one point by 20. Off his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. Gasol will head to the bench. Peppers on D. It's a 14-point game. And here is Yao. All is on him. 5 on the shot clock.
He makes such intelligent plays with the basketball. Always aware, always a threat to score.
Shorty. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert. You have to play smart with the ball in your hand.
And here are the Rockets now. They lead by 14. Hooked loose. A steal by Shorty.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
And here comes Aaron Brooks. He's got 16. And here is Battier. Millsap backs down.
The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
And here are the Rockets. 2:49 left in the fourth. Here's Brooks. Nails it from close range. They now lead by 11.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
Shorty, Brooks covering. Davis, right corner. And here is Young. 6 points for him. On the breakaway, lays it right in.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's giving them a big lift in this one.
The Clippers call timeout. They trail by 13. 2:15 left in the game. Cheryl, what do you have?
Well, I had a moment to speak to the Rockets. He wants his squad to focus on pounding it down low. He said, dunks and layups, guys. That's what we want. We'll see if they can get us to the rim. Back to you, Kev.
Thank you, Cheryl. Here's Brooks. Aaron Davis unable to get his shot to go.
And you look at what they've done, or rather what they haven't done, is hold on to the ball. They've had 4 turnovers already this quarter.
And here are the Rockets. 11-point game. The Rockets should slow it down here and use some clock. Here's Brooks. Millsap pops it in on the layup.
And that's great court vision, Kevin. Even when he was about to shoot, he was still able to spot the open man.
The Clippers will call a full timeout. They're behind by 13. 1:43 left in the fourth. And the Clippers have possession, trailing by 13. To the paint. Here's Shorty from inside. Gets the lay-in. And here's Houston. They lead by 11. To Yao. Sinks it.
Kevin, over the course of the game, they've gotten it done. This should be an insurmountable lead.
Davis leads him with the pass. That's good.
The offense is clicking for him this half. Absolutely clicking. I mean, everything on point and on target.
Here's Brooks. 20 points for him. To Taylor. In close. Graceful finish. He's shooting 33% from downtown. And here is Davis. Here's Shorty. Nails it from the top of the key. He's got 20.
They needed this run sooner. I don't think they have enough time left to stage a comeback now.
And here comes Aaron Brooks. Yeah, was parked down low and got hit with the 3-second call. Gasol is in at center. Shorty really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's been pouring it on in the last few minutes and has been a force offensively. Things will really start to open up for his teammates now because he demands an awful lot of attention.
10 is in at center. And the Clippers have possession. Right wing. Barrett to the paint. To Griffin. From short range. Cuts the score to single digits.
Passes like that are fun to watch. Beautiful feed inside for the score. He placed it perfectly, Kevin.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Davis. Shorty. Finished off the break.
Terrific sequence that time. Quick hands for the steal, and they streak out for the fast break finish.
The Rockets win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Clippers 61-54. Aaron Brooks is the Jordan Brand player. Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
In a nutshell, I will call your performance dominating. I'd like to start off by saying that I thought your shot selection was fantastic. As a teammate, your job is to do everything you can do to put your team in a position to win. You definitely did that on the offensive end of the court. And I almost forgot. You were all over your man. Most of the shots he took were bad looks because you were in his face. Nothing will earn you more respect than smothering defense like that. Let's see if you can repeat that performance next game.
Gotta do better.
Now let's check out the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Clark, looking at the Clippers, what do they need to do to secure a win? And so here are the Clippers. To the wing. To number 8. 6 seconds to shoot. Griffin. It's blocked. Ilgauskas lays out. The steal by the Hornets. Hall scores the opening field goal.
He came up big there against a much bigger opponent. Sweet play down low.
To number 8. Baseline. Here's Griffin. Kept alive. Here's Shorty. Count it. The rebound pays off.
That's great hustle there, Kevin. Persistence pays.
Clippers on D. They're getting their second look at New Orleans in this one.
You know, so many times it's not what your team accomplishes, but what the other guys lack. They took advantage of a poor offensive outing, playing well enough themselves to come out on top.
And the Clippers have possession. Griffin flushes it with the one-handed jam. Al Paul. His last outing, he had 18 points. West inside. Six seconds to shoot. Here's Paul. Got a hand on it. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. On offense, here are the Clippers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
I really think this was a game they should have won. At least going into the game, they were feeling confident. But that confidence quickly faded with what I thought was just an off game. Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
To West, tipped. And so here are the Clippers. They lead by 4. Here's Shorty, lays it right in.
And right now, Kevin, they're getting everything they want and sending a message while they're doing it.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And here is West. His last outing, 16 points for him. We talked about sending a message, Clark. This certainly is one way to do that.
Well, it really is, Kevin. I mean, it's demoralizing to a defense when you can't and don't consistently get stopped.
Oh, man!
The vertical game is in full effect. Look out below.
The Hornets trail. Hutchinson to end the run. Graceful finish.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Howard can't hit.
That was a perfect chance to finish on the break, and he let it slip away.
Stay there.
Hall. Ilgauskas up top. Here's Hughes. Trains it for 3.
Why anyone would want to leave this guy alone deep is beyond me.
I see him.
Griffin covered by Ilgauskas. Shoots, left block. David West grabs the miss.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Switch. Back door. Shoot it.
West inside. Rebounded by Howard. The Clippers in the lead. Barron to the right wing. Here's Shorty, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. A chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. A look at Griffin, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Field goal percentage is always a function of the kinds of shots you take. And this guy here, I tell you what, not only does he make a high percentage of his shots, but he takes good shots on a regular basis.
And here is Davis, averaging 8 points a game. 22 seconds left in the first. Paul nails it from 8 feet. And the Clippers have possession. To number 8, stop the run. Misses the buzzer beat. The Clippers with the narrow lead.
They've been very active with their hands going for steals. They've really been disruptive on defense. However, they've...
All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. And here is West. Still looking to get on the scoreboard.